Now, the New York primary is tomorrow, and that is trending today. The battle for New York is raging, and the candidates that are making the last-minute stops all over the state. Mona Salama has been following these candidates, and she comes to us from outside the Ted Cruz Fundraiser at the Harvard Club in New York City. Mona, welcome back.
Hi.
Hey, Mona.
Private only.
Say it again.
It's private club members only.
Oh, members only. Oh, a man of the people. Mona, what have the candidates been up to over the weekend ahead of tomorrow's primary?
Well, Trump has been all over, New York State. Yesterday, he was in Staten Island. He got an endorsement from the Veteran Police Department, and he went up to Poughkeepsie. And I actually went to that rally, and it was actually very calm. There was no protesters. It was how it used to be before, he became a threat to the RNC. And then, who else? Ted Cruz had a private meeting in New York City. Then he scooted over to Maryland and then came back here for his private-only meeting. And John Kasich has been upstate in Schenectady and Syracuse, areas that I don't consider New York.
Okay, Mona. Now, I have another guest coming up in the show, Kevin McCullough. He is a radio talk show host. I was on his show today, and he's a big Cruz fan. And he said to me, Cruz proves his moral superiority in that even though he knows he has no chance of winning New York, he spent a week there, as opposed to Trump, who didn't go to Wyoming or Colorado. I know he's going to say that again when I have him on the show just a little bit later, so I want to give you a chance to pre-respond.
Well, Trump was having rallies and trying to get people out to vote and energize them and remind them that this Tuesday is a very important election. Cruz went to Wyoming when he was announced that there was a state convention and he was supposed to speak. So he's worried about a war of getting delegates. Trump is worried about getting the people out to come vote, no matter what party you're aligned to make sure whoever it is, you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, well, not in New York, but in general, to come out and vote on the day of your state is having an election. So to him to say, oh, he went and had a meeting with all the delegates, as opposed to Trump having a rally with anybody who is not a delegate, is like comparing oranges and onions.
All right, Bernie had the largest crowd of his entire campaign over the weekend, Mona, at his rally in Brooklyn's Prospect Park. And Hillary's rally drew just a fraction of that crowd. Mona, I thought this was Hillary's home state. What happened?
Whoa. Adopted state. Adopted. Well, Hillary's been dividing and conquer. She went all over the 5 boroughs. She has her super delegates that are going to go and they were throwing campaign events all around New York City, like de Blasio, Cuomo. They were doing phone banking throughout the weekend. Her husband is upstate New York right now. Her daughter has been around the city. So she went around the 5 boroughs. She learned how to swipe a MetroCard. She learned how to dance to Spanish music. And she did a lot of other things as well. So she's been doing divide and conquer as opposed to big rallies. The difference between Bernie's rallies, we don't know if they're registered Democrat or not.
Okay, and where do you think the candidates will be tomorrow on Election Day?
Trump is having a press conference in his Trump Towers in 5th Avenue. Hillary is holding election night party in Times Square. Cruz is going to be, I think, in Maryland tomorrow. So is Kasich, and so is Bernie. Bernie's going to be in Philadelphia tomorrow. So it's only the 2 top people are going to be in New York tomorrow. Sad.
All right, well, I have to ask you our poll question today. Trump has revealed his new nickname for Hillary Clinton. It's Crooked Hillary. What do you think about that nickname? Is it going to stick?
Yeah. I still call Jeb, low energy. I still say Little Marco. And I don't like to say Lion Ted because I have friends that are Ted supporters. But it's been sticking because every time in the rallies he's been mentioning Ted Cruz, the people in his rally are shouting Lion Ted, Lion Ted, Lion Ted. So it's actually working. Wow. Any nicknames he has, it always sticks.
One of the things that I've sort of noticed, Mona, is that this campaign is very much about branding. We're very much a quick generation. We want to hear things and we want to be able to sum them up in quick, concise thoughts. And one of the things that Trump has done so well is this branding. Do you think that Ted Cruz, perhaps winning the last couple of elections, do you think this has branded him perhaps as more part of the establishment than Lying Ted?
Yeah, when Donald Trump reveals to the crowd that the system is rigged, that he can win a statewide election, But then when it comes to the delegates, it all goes to Ted Cruz. And people who do not understand politics the way me and you do are like, what is going on? How can you, in South Carolina, like, he won all 50, but Cruz is trying to sneak underneath. And also in Georgia, like, he's won 42 out of the 76. And the other delegates are divided between Cruz and Rubio, and Cruz is sneaking his way in that battleground, trying to convince people, yeah, I understand you're bounded on the first ballot, but on the second ballot, come to me. So he's being very skeeving, you can say, and doing that type of battling with the war for the delegates.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being on the show tonight, Mona, and keep us posted. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Your prediction, how big does Trump take it?
Trump takes it 85 to 92 delegates tomorrow, but he's definitely going to upset it. I think he's probably going to win, I would say, 49 to 52% tomorrow.
What time are you going to vote?
Oh, me and my sister decided after she takes care of personal business, I think in noon, me, her, and Daddy are going to go vote. Mommy's going to do it later on.
All right. Well, post a picture. Let us know. Thanks so much for being with us, Mona.
Bye.
Up next, I'm going to talk to